So if you were teaching a class to young entrepreneurs, what would you focus on?
God, I think that's hard. I think because everything's so different. I think that everyone does a different thing. I would say honestly, I know it seems kind of colloquial, but go with your gut. And just kind of tell people that it's kind of you got to just be willing to jump. And that there's always that thing. Sit on the ledge, you got to jump. And I feel like that's what we had to do. You have to be willing to make that tough decision. Whatever it may be, whether it is to shut down your old company and start fresh, or whether it is to take this big order if you're not sure if you can do it. I would say, don't be afraid to take the dive because you got nothing to lose. I think that, it would be better to say that you tried and failed than to not try at all.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I always felt about the whole thing, was that, we might as well try to do it, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I go back to getting paid to sit on the beach, so,
Right.
So my options aren't so bad, but,
Yeah.
which is good. But
So go with your gut.
yeah, definitely go with your gut. Go with your gut and don't be afraid to take that dive, because.
What would be the next thing you'd teach them?
Oh, God. I think that if we made it a little more technical, stay on your budget. Stay on, exactly know how much you're spending. Like we have become, I don't want to say cheap, but definitely frugal. The most frugal people when it comes to the
Give
company.
me an example of the difference between then and now in terms of your
Oh,
money
God.
focus.
For example, our last package, this would have sold for about $17. This one now is going to sell for about wholesale. I think it's going to be $5.99. So we've cut our price 60%. I'm sorry, a lot. So we found out ways to do things cheaper. I think we explored our options. That's probably another thing I would say too is definitely don't take the first thing that comes at you. Explore every option. Take the time. Because I feel like a lot of times when you're running a business, that you feel pressured that you need to do stuff right now. And I think that if you step back, not all the time. I think sometimes you can say, okay, we got a little bit of time. Let's work on this. And for this, my plan was we were trying to launch this in a month. Last year, and then we kind of sat back. And we said, let's just do this right. And now we're launching June 1st. To a full retail launch. And so, so we sat back and kind of just worked everything out. And kind of worked all the kinks out. Instead of just renegading it like we used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was fun that way. It was always interesting. But we kind of just we're playing it much more calculated this time.
Yeah.
I think, which is good.
Yeah.
For us.
Yeah.
So.